So one of the main things that you need to do when you're getting ready for the holidays or whenever you have an event is to work on your base. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to get a flawless base with just a few products. So what I'm going to use is our Make Sense foundation. This is the shade Almond. I'm going to use our Silk Pore and Wrinkle Minimizer. So let me just show you real quick. There's product in here and I'm not wasting a drop. So each of our pumps come with an airless pump. I'm also going to use our White and Light Concealer, our Silver Rose Dust for cheek powder. I'm also going to use our natural powder, and I'm going to use Chocolate Cherry Blush Scents as a cheek color. So the very first thing I need to do is just prep my skin, and I'm going to use a pump, probably 3/4 of a pump of Silk. Now, when we put Silk on, we pat it, and then we're going to press into the skin, rubbing down. And what this is going to do, it's going to make sure that on any pores that you have or fine lines and wrinkles are kind of filled in. So then that way you work with an even surface. So now that that's done, if you're somebody who has like dark circles underneath their eyes, you can color correct with something called Candlelight Shadow Sense. I'm gonna skip that today because I don't need it, but it's really easy. Just a couple little swipes and you can color correct, super easy. If you have really dark circles, then I would recommend using Terracotta Blush Sense and just doing the same thing. So I'm gonna move on to applying the foundation. And I like to use a foundation brush. And it can be any one. It doesn't matter what brand it is, whatever works good for you. The Real Techniques version works really great, but I have this Tarte brush and that was in my makeup bag, so that's what I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna take the foundation and I'm just gonna pump it on the back of my hand. That's one pump. If you want a little bit of luminosity, you can add our pearlizer. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add just a little half baby pump. And what a pearlizer is just a foundation that's like just highlight. It's good on its own too. You can mix it with the color corrected tinted moisturizer. You can use it as a, what's the word? As a highlight, however you want to do it. Okay, so I went ahead and just took whatever was on my finger and I'm going to stipple this or pounce it into my skin. I'm not going to rub it. I want to lay the color down and press it into my skin. And then just repeat it. I like to start in the center of my face because women hormonally just have more redness in the center of their face. And then that kind of just allows me to apply most of the color there and then bring it down to where else I need to go. So here's a great tip. Don't forget your ears. Our ears tend to be red. So you want to color correct that too, and make sure you bring it down your neck a little bit. You don't want to have any harsh lines. You want everything to look perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to continue doing that and bring it down my nose, the sides of my nose. I'm going to take whatever's left on my hand and just make sure that I've blended into my hairline well. You can see I've got a SeneGence box back there. Okay, bring that down and then up into my hairline. Now you don't really need to do the bringing down your neck so far. I just had so much product I didn't want to waste it. Okay, so one quick tip. I'm going to apply concealer. So I didn't put too much foundation underneath my eyes. In fact, I skipped that whole area. I went kind of right around it. And I do that because I don't want to add tons and tons of layers of product. That's when you start getting things to be way too cakey. Now, if you have any blemishes that you need to cover, you would just use the concealer. I am luckily having a good skin day, so I don't have to worry about that so much. But what I'm going to do though is I'm going to take our white concealer and put it a little bit on my finger along with our light concealer, about equal parts. And I'm going to take my fingers and literally just rub them together to mix. And then I'm going to put them underneath my eyes. Now I'm doing it in an upside down triangle motion. You're probably wondering why the heck I'm doing that. I want to brighten this area. I'm gonna take whatever's left and just put it down the center of my face. So a lot of the times when we are doing makeup, part of the whole trick is to make ourselves look younger and more sculpted. It's not necessarily just to even everything out, but we want to bring dimension back into the face. So I took the foundation and just took away all of the redness that I had and made a flat canvas. So now my goal is to bring back some life. So I'm going to use this Real Techniques. It's actually a setting brush, but it works really good with blending out concealer. And I'm going to start at the bottom edges and then bring it close up into underneath my eye, just like that. So you can just see how easy that was to blend that out. Super easy. And I'm gonna repeat it on this side. Now the whole purpose of this is to give you a flawless base. So blend that in, and don't forget where I added the concealer. Bring that down the middle of my face. Now, if you wanted to, you could go and bronze your skin, or you could contour your skin, however you want to do it. I don't find that necessary because I'm going to use Chocolate Cherry. Chocolate Cherry is a really great blush sense shade. It's got a touch of pink, but it's, I don't even want to say it's brown. Let's see if you can see that. It's almost mauve-y. And literally this tube will last forever. I'm actually just going to take it and do that number with a Real Techniques stippling brush. And again, I'm going to do that same motion I was doing when I was applying my foundation. I'm just going to pounce it. So look at the difference already. The same thing on this side. And we're looking for our cheekbones and the apples of our cheeks. If you don't know where those are, just smile. Now, if you apply too much blush sense, just take that brush that you were using to apply your foundation. You can just smooth out the edges and give you that really flawless look. So there's that. The second to last step is I'm going to take some natural powder. Now our powders come in this cool little gizmo. It's great for keeping in your bag. You literally just hit it, and then look, there's the product. And I'm gonna go under my eyes first with it. Our products don't need to be set because they're a cream to powder formula, but I'm an oily person, especially my T-zone. So I like to set it, and I like to go underneath my eyes with it because it's got an anti-aging peptide, and that's gonna help those under eye wrinkles. And then I'm just gonna smooth it through the rest of my face because why not? I mean, anti-aging. All of our makeup has anti-aging properties in it. Our Cineplex Complex was created to speed up cell renewal by 23%. So the more of that we can get on our skin, the better. So our makeup isn't not just makeup, but it's also skincare. Okay, so I'm gonna take Silver Rose powder, and I'm gonna go right over my cheeks. And this is gonna give a little shimmer and just add a little bit more dimension. And if I want to, I can dust it into my hairline down here too. And that's it. There is your flawless base to continue on with your holiday look. So stay tuned. Next, I'm going to show you how to take different shadows into a more dramatic look. Stay tuned.